Ladies and gentlemen, now in today's video, we're going to be checking out the solo raid training grounds. So this isn't really like a proper mode of gameplay, it's kind of training for alliance raids. So this is also going to be very confusing if you've never done alliance raids before, and I'm going to walk you through it, kind of give you the best options, because there is some experience to be gained via solo objectives to kind of celebrate the launch of this feature. So if you go to objectives, solo raid, you can get like a big 1k token there, which is pretty nice, and also alliance raid tickets as well. And I imagine there's a new objective every day to clear this with a character of a different tag. So going into this, let's talk about how the tags work in raids. So when you enter raids, you've kind of got three different tags. There is Tactician. Let's just go to edit team here. You can use the filter at the top, but there's Assault, there is Vanguard, and there's also Tactician. And characters that are going to be available from your roster fall under one of these three roles. So you need to pick a role kind of relevant to the daily objective, I assume, because that's the primary reason you probably want to go in here. And then you need to match it up to a buff. So kind of getting this amazing infographic up from Cat Murdoch. This is a bit of a cheat sheet for some of the best ones based on the role. So if you've got Tactician, some of the best characters, really it's a lot of them with unparalleled buffs. I've used Hulkling before. Angela can be amazing. Medusa, Hyperion. You've got Gamora, Superior Iron Man, Jugs. Generally, like, this is the strongest one for Tactician. There's a lot of good options. Venom works. Again, anything with a star is, like, verified to be pretty good there. I'm always, personally, whenever we do raids, I'm on the Vanguard role. And I've just alternated between kind of maining Silk and also Iron Man. And Iron Man is ridiculously good, and I think Silk is just being rotated out. So yeah, strongly recommend Iron Man here, but other options for this are like Luke Cage, Titania. I think, again, Colossus and Red Skull can work, but again, you need to be aware of what buff they pair with when going into this as well, and we'll show you how to select the buff in a moment. And also when it comes to Assault, there's lots of good options. Generally, like, Purgatory is the one that a lot of people go for. I think Stark Spidey is pretty good as well if you've got him up at a decent star. But yeah, there's a lot of decent options, like Storm I used to use, Hitmonkey I haven't used. Kitty I know some of my alliance members use, but most people playing Assault have just used Purgatory because she is, yeah, really, really strong there. So now kind of going back into the game just so we can like actually see this in action. So I've picked my character. I've got a Vanguard character. I've got Iron Man. And then we want to find the relevant kind of lane to go down, which is the middle one. Again, if you've not done raids before, appreciate this is a lot of information to take in at once. So Iron Man's a Vanguard. We can only go down the middle lane, and then we are looking for the relevant booster, which is going to be the critical armor one. So here we can see, what is it, next to A, B, C, and D. These are the corresponding names of the buff. And then when we kill these characters, we're essentially going to activate that one. So let's just go for critical armor here. And this is going to take us over to Guillotine. Now, this one's a little bit weird because usually if you're in a raid, to pick up a buff, you just go to a node and you pick it up. But here, they need to activate it via linked nodes because I imagine they don't have the tech, the setup to just give you the buff. So yeah, you just need to beat up this Guillotine, and there's like one more match to do to decide, I believe, the way that you ramp. So yeah, we fire this off, and there we go. So there's nothing, you know, special about that fight whatsoever. It's a standard fight. We're all kind of gearing up for this final champion fight. And then looking at the linked nodes on this one, you've got, I believe it's like criteria of what additional nodes you want. So it's how you basically, like, trigger the charges. So all of these different nodes are on various bosses throughout the raid, and this is like your criteria in order for getting it. I kind of like the Thanos Sayeth one. That one's quite alright to do. I think we'll go for that one. But yeah, if you need particular practice on a certain prompt or a call out, if you know, like, I don't know, Modoc's Mind Games is your weakness, or if there's a new one that comes along that you need to practice on, then yeah, this could be very useful there. But we're going to go for the Thanos Sayeth one. And let's have a look at the champion here, because I think he just copies the abilities from like a certain character. I did a bit of a test run before, and he just copied like Sunspot's abilities. So yeah, it's not actually like you're fighting the champion. He just, I think, is going to be like another character. It's going to be a bit of a meat shield, you know, just a punching bag. So you can kind of get familiar with what you're trying to do. There we go. Okay, Cyclops is down. He's gone. He's in the bin. 6 seconds. Again, doesn't really matter. I am not... This cost a little bit of energy. I guess we're not playing poker anymore, right? So we're not having our energy burned as quickly. But let's have a look at this trap node. Okay, yeah, so we are now copying the abilities of Shang-Chi. Okay. Just the abilities, no, not the animation. So he still has the same animations. It's just as if he was Shang-Chi. So potentially, Ebony Maw might be the one here. But in order to get stuff on Iron Man, we've already got 4 armor, so that's pretty good. We can ramp up super quick, to be fair, now. And then I can knock him down. So I'm just doing the Thanos missions, so doing exactly what it's kind of called out here. And you see kind of the orange icon that I have on me. That is essentially my damage buff. So as long as I've got that, I don't really need to do any more things, and I can kind of just race. Well, the strikers are historically quite weak in raids. But Iron Man, you just generally want to get the armor up buffs on, and then we're absolutely cooking. So yeah, Iron Man, I mean, he is just the the absolute greatest raid champion. Well, not the absolute great. He's up there. He's definitely top 5. But there we go. The champion is down. He's gone. Absolutely in the bin. Even if you have this character 6-star, you should be able to do that very, very easy. Even a fully maxed out 5-star, you know, if you just want the objectives whenever this pops up, like Iron Man really is, yeah, stupidly overpowered. So we get the objectives done. We get the rewards for it. And that is pretty much it. I think we'll also do like another path as well, just to maybe test out a slightly different character. I think we'll probably go for a Tactician one this time. But let me know as well in the comments section below, who are some of your favorite options. I actually haven't used Gamora yet. And Gamora, I do love Gamora, so this could be quite fun. Let's give this a go. So again, this is if like a Tactician daily one comes up. I know Hulkling is really good for Tactician, in my experience. I've always really enjoyed playing Hulkling. And then we're looking for the Unparalleled Buffs one here. Got my cheat sheet up. And then let's just chuck on a energy refill. That's the only like slight thing about this is like, does it does it need to cost a bit of energy? But yeah, let's just kill this one. It is irrelevant, killing this one and the next one. There's nothing going on in these fights. Just habit, man. It's like muscle memory, just to quickly check the nodes. I feel like maybe not everybody, but I feel like maybe 80% of the community just skim reads nodes, just get them up, and yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. I guess we can go with that. You're just kind of looking for those nodes that are gonna, you know, ruin your day, really. And I think the bundle of basics one will be pretty good here. It's just kind of like getting basic hits in, lots of mediums, a few lights. I don't believe there's any reward for 100%ing this map, unless it's hidden. I'm sure somebody's going to find out this evening. But let me know in the comment section if you are that person that is going through this evening. Okay, once we get that node, parallel buffs, we're cooking. Okay, so we've got the damage going on, and now we just need to get the charges. So it's really just going to be, yeah, beat into the champion here, get ramped up so we can deal with that 20 million health. I think we'll just stick to a 5 combo here. Should be good. 18. You see the grey charges going up? I believe it's when they hit 60. we start having a pretty good time. There's not really much point going for the heavy refreshes just yet. We're still so early into the fight that Gamora's buffs that she's generating are not super long. But here, we might start to throw a heavy here and there. Get those refreshes. But Gamora, you can see we're dealing like huge damage now. A lot of additional burst coming in. Oh yeah, Gamora is absolutely kicking. Get a heavy attack. Nice, we managed to refresh, I think, about 17 buffs there. And then one more combo. Maybe Special 2 does it? It's close. Wasn't far off. I think Striker Special 2 would have, yeah, been the play there. But yeah, overall, very easy if you got the right characters, the right combinations, just to get like 1k daily XP. So I think this is kind of, again, it's quite different to raids, but it still kind of teaches you the core essentials, can kind of prove as a practicing ground for just making sure, you know, if there's a new combo you want to try out of a certain buff, a certain character, you have the ability to like validate that before going all in when you join your raid. So yeah, that's kind of nice, and I'm curious to see if any like interesting experimentation comes from this map in the future. But yeah, overall, it is what it is. Again, in terms of like a mode of content, it is just a training ground, really. If you're expecting rewards, expect to be kind of disappointed with this one. But if you're looking for a nice place to kind of just, you know, deal some big damage and kind of practice some of the raid nodes and interactions, then yeah, this can provide it in some sort of capacity. But hopefully this walkthrough was helpful, and if you did enjoy it, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.